Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we have this free-to-play Trunks that you can grind out from a number of events. Funny enough, he does awaken, I believe, with Dokkan Fest medals, and I believe this Trunks does also have Fierce Battle. Like, he's actually a pretty good free-to-play unit, right? So, I wanted to rainbow him because I felt like he would be very good for some of these Prime Battle events. Like, you know, he could kind of round out some of these free-to-play teams, right? Like, you know, Hybrid Saiyans, Future, you know, some of these teams, I think this Trunks actually could be low-key a pretty decent option on. And really, until, you know, recently, this Trunks was even a pretty decent option for Super Int for quite a while, right? He's definitely not a bad unit for a free-to-play unit at all. So let's go ahead and test out our boy Super Saiyan Trunks and see how effective he can be on some events. Alright guys, so we are here in an event. We're on the new Future Gohan Master and Student Bond team. Well, Master and Student Bond / Hybrid Saiyan, because I brought like Braw here. Now, since I rainbowed this guy, we have gotten the announcement that he is actually going to be getting an Extreme Z area. Probably you're going to want to have all of the free-to-play units, you know, based around like the future, like Saga and stuff. So like the new Future Gohan, the new androids, you want them pre-farmed. We don't know, like, what the characters you have to use for this event are yet or anything like that, but I would recommend getting them pre-farmed and prepared. This guy is probably going to be very, very good after his EZA. He already was a very strong free-to-play unit, because, you know, he's got Fierce Battle, he's got Prepare for Battle, he's got really good links. He's going to be an outstanding unit for free-to-play teams. Now, you know, unfortunately, he is another one of these Trunkses that does fall in line with the naming being a huge issue for him, right? Like the new Tech Trunks that just came out in the banner has the same name as him. LR Prime Battle Trunks has the same name as him, right? And then even EZA Rage Trunks has the same name as him. So that's all stuff that is going to hold him back a little bit. You know, going through traditional events, you're probably going to want to use one of them over this guy even after his EZA, but it's definitely going to be something you're going to want to get done. No doubt about that, right? So, we started out with a really good rotation, by the way. Blue Vegeta, you know, he's going to give a little bit of an extra attack modifier right here with this. Then we have Future Gohan on rotation. We know how stupidly good he is. So, just under 1 million. I mean, considering this guy came out on June of 2017 as a free-to-play unit. He's just an awakening for, like, a free-to-play unit from this Trunks event, right? And he is very, very, like, you know, that's good. Like, I remember I was actually using this guy, you know, way early on in my JP account. Remember when the legendary, like the LR Super Saiyan Goku, when his legendary campaign first happened, I remember using this Trunks a little bit. I actually had him at like 12% in the dupe system or something like that, because I believe I gave him the free 5 dodge at the time to help me with that, you know, LR Goku legendary campaign, which was definitely a tedious sort of process, right? You know, you guys know how these legendary campaigns work. Tomorrow, LR Vegito Blue's legendary campaign is going to come out, which is going to be very, very interesting to see, right? Like, you know, getting those rewards and stuff like that is always fun. Okay, so I can't afford to have Vegeta go first, unfortunately. So we'll just do this. You know, we'll see what number he puts up. I really like this team, by the way. This has become one of my favorite new teams, this Master and Bond team. Because, like, Future Gohan, he's just so powerful on this team. And, like, you know, he functions as a support type unit for a lot of these units. Then there's, like a lot of... When a team has a lot of powerful support type units, it's just very, very easy to use. And, you know, of course, like, though that EZA Father-Son Gallet Gun card, like, combo, those guys were just so good. So, I figure we'll get one super attack from Future Gohan just because of how awesome his animation is when he supers. And then after that, we're probably going to go ahead and move on to the next team that we're looking at here. We'll look at this Trunks on a few different teams, right? There's no reason not to. So let's go ahead and get a super attack in with our boy Future Gohan. Man, do I love Future Gohan, by the way. Very, very strong unit. 1.93, that's fine, but, you know, he is going to stack that attack. How fun. Hopefully the next Dokkan Fest exclusive is as good as this Gohan, because I really like him. Alright guys, so now we're over here on the Future category team. Of course, there's a lot of overlap between, like, the Future category team, Master and Bond team, right? Like, that's the thing, like, a lot of these categories now are starting to look real similar, like if you use certain units, right? Like, you know, really like Future, Time Traveler, like Hybrid Saiyan, Master and Student Bond, a lot of those just look very, very close. You know, pretty much just outside of like the leaders, right? And you can pretty much just sort of like fill in the gaps from there. So, you know, but then again, it's good that they're adding all these different category teams. There are still some categories I would like to see more than others, right? Like, you know, I really would like a Baby Saga category. I think that'd be really cool with like a Dokkan Fest Baby. I still would actually really like a Super 17 Saga as well, although they would have to, there's so much they have to do, but like they could do like a whole sort of like, because all of those like villains return from hell, right? So like, I don't know, that like they could release all those characters, like, you know, like an Android 19 from that saga, a Nappa from GT, like those are the types of things that they really should do. We're probably only going to get a couple rotations here on this Future Saga team, because again, I think Trunks is going to look pretty much the same on this team as he did on the Master and Student Bond team, right? And then we'll probably head over to the Vegeta family team, you know, get Trunks LRB Pan. With LRB Pan, I think for sure he should be able to jump up above a 1 million attack stat, and then, you know, based upon what his EZA is going to look like, he's probably going to be very, very nasty in the future. I imagine they'll probably give him, you know, things like, you know, if he's going up against multiple enemies, he'll probably like have like, you know, a guaranteed additional super, or if he's going up against like Android category enemies, he might have like a guaranteed crit, you know, stuff like that. That's really how they've decided to start building a lot of these units, right? They're making units specialized now, like for certain situations, rather than making these units just like, you know, amazing in like every situation, right? Which, you know, maybe it's not as good because, you know, we are limited a bit more, but like it's, you know, they've done this for, you know, 3 months now, so it seems like they are going to continue doing this. So we'll probably I guess we'll wait till Future Gohan comes back on rotation, you know, and then we'll get the one rotation over on the Vegeta family team. But again, I think the biggest detriment for this Trunks for sure is just going to be his name. Like, if they just split up the Super Saiyan Rage Trunks and actually gave him like a different name, that would help some of these teams out a lot. I mean, maybe they want to limit you from like running like full Trunks teams like that, but you know, I've been going on and on about how dumb it is that, like, you know, Rage Trunks from Dragon Ball Super has the same name as the Dragon Ball Z Trunks that took down the androids. It's just, it's ludicrous. It's ludicrous. I don't know that Gohan can survive this turn. I guess if I do this and then do this. Okay. Because I see the double tech Trunks, and I'm like, man, Gohan is probably going to get sit down, right? But no, he should be okay. Because we're only getting the one super attack, and, you know, hopefully Vegito Blue does not go crazy. Vegito Blue, by the way, what is his EZA going to look like, man? I mean, that's... Right now, everyone is still just waiting for EGL Super Vegito. I haven't really heard as much talk about it lately. People anticipating EGL Super Vegito. It's just because it's so hard to tell, right? Like, even though he's only a few EZAs away, like, they very easily could decide, oh, hey, you know, we're going to go ahead and EZA Mass Saiyan this month instead, or something like that, right? Like, just a complete random unit out of nowhere. And then at that point, it's like, oh, well, you know, we're actually going to have to wait a little bit longer. Look at Vegito Blue, still taking a good amount of damage right there. It's going to be really interesting to see how well he's going to look after that EZA, though. Like, just giving him the extra defense from his stats. Oh, yeah, Future Gohan's going to transform, though. Oh, I'm a Muppet. Oh, well. All right. Well, we'll get this attack set, and then we'll go ahead and finish up here. I mean, Trunks and Gohan, they still do link up incredibly well. It's just, once Gohan transforms, he no longer has that support type passive, which is more of what I was looking for with our boy Trunks, but it's okay. And then, man, EZAs. EZA really is just the best thing that's ever happened at Dokkan. Like, look at the teams I build and how often they're just filled with EZA units. Oh, so good. All right, guys, so we're here on the Vegeta family team. This should be, you know, pretty close to what Trunks' best rotation is going to be. You know, Blue Vegeta obviously sharing, like, Super Saiyan with him. Of course, giving him the attack modifier by supering first. Support type passive. Trunks gets the 70% attack buff when facing two or fewer enemies. And then, of course, we're going to be able to pop LRB Pan's active skill. This should push Trunks, I believe, over a 1 million attack stat. You know, obviously his attack is not the highest. He's only at 10,526 attack, which is, I think that's one of the lower attack stats in the game, really, from like even free-to-play units. It's pretty close. You know, there's not a lot of units that are under 10,000 attack when rainbowed, but you know, he's on the lower end for sure. But I think he should still get up above 1 million with our girl LRB Pan, of course. And let's see, no, 900,000. Okay, so obviously he has aged a little bit, and he's definitely a good unit, I think, to get an easy A, especially because, like, here's the thing. In case people did not realize, the Extreme Z area that's coming with this celebration, like, it's not, they're not counting that as, like, these aren't, like, actual Easy A's, right? Like, this is, like, an extra one. Like, they're giving us an extra Easy A unit, because we're still getting Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. Like, he's still getting his normal Easy A, but now we're just also getting this extra event with this extra unit that we can farm up. I love it. I mean, but you guys already know that. So let's go ahead and break down this Trunks, see what, you know, his skills are and stuff like that, and then also maybe kind of guess what he might end up after his Easy A comes. Alright, so this is to a new future, Super Saiyan Trunks future. I'm not going to go on a long rant about his name because I've already mentioned it in this video, but, you know, his name's not bad. It's the Rage Trunkses that have the bad name. His leader skill is Int type, HP, attack, and defense 70%. So, I mean, there's a lot of different ways they could go with his leader skill. Hopefully they make him like some sort of future free-to-play leader. I think that will be pretty good. I mean, we already do have the LR Prime Battle Trunks. Maybe he could be a Master and Student Bond free-to-play leader. That could be interesting because, you know, right now there's only the 2 leaders for it, the new Future Gohan, and then, of course, the new Tech Trunks, who's on the banner. But, like, I mean, take it from me, right? I rainbowed Future Gohan, and I didn't even pull one single copy of that Tech Trunks. So, you know, a free-to-play leader for that category would be nice. Hopefully that's what he gets. His super attack is the Heat Dome attack, which does supreme damage to the enemy. That probably won't change after his Easy A, except maybe he'll, like, raise attack. Like, he'll stack attack or stack defense or something like that. Or he'll raise attack or defense for a couple of turns. I think that's probably much more likely than, like, he's not going to get immense. No way. Then his passive skill, Peace for the Future, is 70% attack when facing 2 or fewer enemies. Obviously, his passive is going to be turned into, like, a novel, at, like, all these units. I'm sure he'll probably get, like, you know, 80% attack and defense, like, at the start of turn. You know, he'll probably get, like, crits or something against, like, Android enemies. Maybe he'll get a guaranteed super against Android/Cell Saga enemies. You know, maybe he'll, like, get some sort of attack buff if Future Gohan is on the team, or something like that, right? Like, I'm sure his passive is going to be built in that manner. But regardless, I think he should still be, no matter what, he is going to be a disgusting, nasty unit for, whatchamacallit. He's going to be disgustingly nasty for free-to-play teams, like Prime Battle events and stuff like that. He's going to be one of the units that can carry for sure. His links are Golden Warrior, the Saiyan Lineage, Super Saiyan, Royal Lineage, Prepare for Battle, Dismal Future, and Fierce Battle. So he has A1 links for a Dokkan Fest exclusive. That's pretty much what I'll say. Or, excuse me, what am I talking about? For a free-to-play unit, his links are great, right? His links resemble what any of these Trunks' links look like. So they did a really good job there despite him being free. Again, this is from June of 2017 this Trunks came out. So he is not one of these new era free-to-play units. You know, in this new era of Dokkan, they don't care about giving us busted free-to-play units. This guy is from before when they didn't do that. His 12 key multiplier, unfortunately, is only 130%. That is unfortunate. That's going to hold him back a little bit because that's not something that they changed from Easy A. So hopefully they will give him a little bit of extra attacking power, like when, you know, actually designing his Easy A or whatever. Finally, our boy Trunks is on a lot of category teams, like all of these Trunkses are, right? Look at this. He's on 7 teams. So for starters, he's on the Hybrid Saiyan team. You know, basically a new Future Gohan team, right? He's on the Future team, which, you know, either the old Future Gohan or Tech Trunks are leaders of. Then he's also over here. This is the Time Traveler team. Of course, really, really good team. Then he is over here on the Vegeta family team. I presume that's where we'll be able to get his best attack stat, right? Or maybe on the Master and Student Bond category. It's probably the same, actually. We can probably get the same number on both of those teams. He is then also over here on the Super Saiyan category team. Of course, he's just a Super Saiyan 1, so another buff for that team. I guess he could potentially be a free-to-play Super Saiyan category leader. Possible. And then he is also over here on the Android/Cell Saga team. Another buff for that team is very good. I do kind of like this. So we went from the Android / Cell Saga overall theme, like the Cell games, and then we just kind of did like this future theme again. But it's a lot more buffs for the Android / Cell Saga team. So I am a big fan of that, right? And then finally, he is down here on the Master and Student Bond category. One of my favorite new categories. I'm a real fan of that team. So there we go. Thanks, guys, for watching. This Trunks, I cannot wait to see what his EZA is going to look like. And I'll catch y'all next time.